Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, today we are going to be doing a long stiletto set, but first things first, I need to prep these tips. So I'm just going to be going in with my e-file and using a fine sanding band just to remove the shine from the nail.
This part, you ain't gotta say a word. Just walk that, let's get burned. Then we'll roll up 100 fucking nuts. All up in my mouth, now all up in yo. This nigga got pounds of it, all up in his truck. Now we both look Asian. He waving and I'm drunk. I got dank shit in my cup. You know what I'ma do to you? I could give real use to you. Blow, we X, and be sipping on that juice. That's just what she choose to do.
So now all the tips are prepped. I'm just dusting off any dust before I go in with my Beetles base coat. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know that this is one of my favourite base coats to use. I don't know, I feel like I've just always used it from day one and I've never had a problem with Beetles. So I'm just applying a nice even layer, and then after that I'm going to pop it in the lamp and cure for a full 60 seconds. And this set, I meant to post it around Valentine's Day, but I never got around to editing the video and doing the voiceover. So I'm just uploading it because there is a very cute design, which is a bouquet of flowers, and I got this design from one of my clients. She come for a biab set, and one of the nails was a bouquet of flowers, and I thought I really want to do this on a long press-on set. I'm going to insert a picture now. So now I've nearly finished applying the base coat. I'm going to pop this into the lamp and cure for a full 60 seconds. And today I'm going to be using this super dark pink base coat. I did get this, base colour, sorry. I did get this from Amazon, and I do end up using 3 coats of this, so we have a nice even full coverage. And guys, if you can hear my son snoring in the background, I'm so sorry. I'm literally sat, I'm going to be so real, I'm sat in Asda car park. I'm waiting to do my weekly food shop, and I thought what better time while my son's asleep than now to get my voiceover done, because as a mum, I'm a mum of 2 boys, and my days are just full. But I am really committed to this channel because, you know, I do like making content for the people who do watch. So yeah, if you're a mum, I'm sure you can relate that time is precious, and you know, when the babies are asleep, you have to do something productive. So now I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the process of me applying this base colour. I do end up doing 3 coats as mentioned, and I do cure for a full 60 seconds in between each coat.
Hey, Century. There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love around me, baby. I'll never forget my baby. When I feel that I don't belong, draw my strength from the words when you said, hey, it's about you, baby. Look deeper inside you, baby. I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me. I can see your star shining down on me.
So now it's design time, and I'm going to be going in with this Beetles pink gel polish, and this combination right here, the dark pink base and the light pink French tip. Oh, that has to be my favourite combination, because pink on pink, who doesn't love pink on pink? Like, I'm such a pink girl. I never wear pink. I actually ordered a pink top from Shein, and I'm just not daring enough to wear it, but maybe when it's summer and the sun's out a bit more, I'm going to start wearing more colours, because I don't know, I just gravitate to like blacks, browns. At the minute I've actually got some emerald green jogging bottoms on, so that's a bit of colour, but I do want to brighten things up a bit. I've just painted this French tip, and now I'm just shading it in with my liner brush, and I do like to use a liner brush when shading in the French tips, just because I feel like it gives you an even coverage, whereas some people, they do use the brush from the bottle to fill in the French tips, and I do that sometimes when I feel like I'm short of time, but this takes a little bit more time using the liner brush, obviously, because the brush is so thin, but I do feel like you get a nicer finish. And I'm just going in and doing one coat of this Beetles gel polish again on the pointer finger. And when I use Beetles gel polish, I do make sure that I always apply my base colour underneath to the nail. Even though it's going to be a full cover nail, I do end up covering the base colour, but I do feel like this is where you get your strength, from the base colour. This is how they're looking so far. I'm going to pop that into the lamp and cure for a full 60 seconds. And I am applying another coat of that so we get a full pink coverage, and I will cure that again for another 60 seconds.
At 5 in the morning, I wake up to fight for my yearnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day.
So now I'm just doing another French on the middle nail.
Trying to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need.
And on this French, I do actually end up using the brush from the bottle and just slapping that gel polish on there, because who am I really trying to be classy for? You know, like I said, I do like the finish more when I do it with the liner brush, but you know, I must have been in a little bit of a rush, but it was the same result in the end, and that's the main thing.
One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy, finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this system, you cannot pray. I need to find relief. But behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need.
And for this set, I'm going to be using my airbrush. I'm going to be using this really deep red, and to be honest, I feel like this does actually end up making the set. I don't feel like this set would have been as nice without this colour being airbrushed onto the nail. So you just want to pop a generous amount of that gel polish into your airbrush, and then I mix it with acetone. I'm not sure how you say it, but I mix it with that. Some people do use alcohol. I've done that before, but I feel like the finish isn't as good as what it is with acetone. And then you just have to give it a good mix, and make sure your airbrush is charged when you do this, because the amount of sets what I start with the airbrush, and then the airbrush will just die on me mid-set, and then I have to put it on charge, do something else, come back and finish the nails once the airbrush has got a little bit of charge. And then I forget to put the airbrush back on charge, so then I'm in the same predicament for the next set because I used it while it weren't fully charged. But yeah, make sure your airbrush is charged. And now I'm just airbrushing onto this French tip, and just look at that colour combination, like it all looks so good. And I feel like the dark pink base really complements this red as well, what we're airbrushing. It does look a little bit purple, but I promise it's red in the bottle. So yeah, I've just airbrushed that on, and then I pop that into the lamp straight away so there's no smudges or accidents. And this is how the nails are looking so far. But before I do any art on top of the nails, I'm going to be adding some top coat, just because if I need to wipe off any nail art, I won't wipe off the airbrush along with it. So yeah, that's a little tip. When you've used your airbrush and you've airbrushed your nails and you've done your design, if I was you, I would use top coat like straight away and get them in the lamp and cured. Therefore the airbrush is protected, because if you was to go in with your lint-free wipe and acetone to clean up any design on top of the airbrush, the whole airbrush would be wiped off. So this is how the nails are looking so far. I've popped them in the lamp and now they're back out fully cured. And on this finger we do end up doing some pink cherries, and then after we've done the pink cherries I do end up putting some of this colour, what's already in my airbrush, onto the cherries, and you know, it just makes the cherries really pop and adds a little bit of depth to them, because I couldn't imagine just leaving these cherries plain pink. And now I'm just going in with this green gel polish. I believe this is Beetles 2, and this just adds some nice colour to the nails. And this green is the same green as what I do end up using on the flower nail, so it kind of ties the design in a little bit.
And when we make love, you don't want my pain. Your cries that can be heard from far and wide. It's only the two of us. You don't want my pain.
And now we're on to the flower nail, and it was quite funny actually. When I was doing this on my client, she showed me a picture of the design and I really overcomplicated it in my head. Like, yeah, it was just crazy. But this design is so simple and so easy to do.
Before
So now I've finished with the flower stems and the bow, and now I'm just going in with my dotting tool and doing 5 dots. And a little tip for this when you're doing flowers, you want to make sure that you do the outside of the flowers first and then just add your dot into the middle. I feel like the finish is neater that way. I had a client once, because if you didn't know, I did just work in a salon, and I had a client once and I did it the opposite way around. So I did the dot in the middle first and then the petals around, and it really looked like a 2-year-old had done it. And then I realised after that I did it completely the wrong way. So now I'm just adding a bow onto the pinky finger, and you want to use a shorter brush for this. You don't want to use a long liner brush. A shorter one does work much better just because you have more control over the bristles. Now I'm just adding another bow onto the thumb, and I don't know what was happening here because it just wasn't looking as neat as the pinky. But this is how the nails turned out. I think they look really cute, so that I never really do designs like this. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one. Bye!